It was a dark, rainy, dreary Halloween night. The fog and the smog merged together to form an eerie, smoky veil that could not mask the iridescent glow of a full moon. The raging wind howled and squealed through the trees, imitating the sound of a car unable to stop on a rain-soaked highway. The interstate was dark, and the puddling rain made it difficult to see the street lines. Alone on the highway, except for the occasional semi, Greg and his wife Tammy were on their way to visit Chris and Maddie. Suddenly, the skies opened and sheets of rain crashed onto the car, making visibility zero. This stretch of road was narrow, with no shoulder to pull over, and Greg could not see the exit signs. Finally, in the distance, a small light provided a beacon of direction that led to a little motel. Greg soon realized he had left his wallet at home and thought to himself, "Oh crap, did I do that?" Knowing there couldn't be more than a drop of gas left in the tank and no money for more, Greg and Tammy peered through the foggy windows of the old Ford, trying to figure out what to do. They decided they could at least wait inside and call for help. You see, they had had no cell service since they took the fork in the road. Making a mad dash for the motel door, Greg grabbed the top of his head and said, "What was that?" "Are you kidding me? A pigeon shat on my head?" "Oh, just get inside," said Tammy. "Quit being so dramatic." Behind the counter, a shaded figure looked up from reading the news. He had a malicious smirk on his lips, and his hair appeared to be home to some type of creature. He said he had one room left, yet there were no other cars in the lot, and that he would let them stay and they could reimburse the motel later. Tired, Greg and Tammy agreed. Walking slowly down the hall, a voice whispered in Greg's ear, "Run far, far away." He turned around and said, "What did you say?" Tammy said, "Nothing. Why?" There was no one else in the hall. They opened the door to the room and everything seemed okay. Greg fell asleep quickly. Tammy couldn't shake the feeling of uneasiness. She watched the shadows crawl silently across the ceiling as her unblinking eyes followed them. Eventually, she began to doze, but was awakened by 3 very loud taps from the bedroom window. Then she heard what sounded like the sound of drums at the end of the street. They seemed to be getting closer, louder, faster. She looked out the window and saw a creepy clown staring right back at her and holding a knife. Rearing back, the knife came down swiftly and just missed her. Next to her, the ham on the table was sliced. "What? Ham? Where did that come from?" Just then, a familiar voice interrupted the scene. "Tammy? Tammy, wake up. We're here." "We're where?" "At Chris and Maddie's." Phew, it was all a dream. Or was it? Tammy had no memory of how she got there. Everything had seemed so real. And maybe it was in another dimension.